Meteorologist Serena Arnold, this weather is absolute baloney. Let's talk about it. It has been raining a lot here in New England for the past week. Let's take a look at some of the data of how much rain has actually fallen, and then let's talk about how long it's going to last. So this is precipitation for Concord, New Hampshire for the year. And what we're seeing here is the green line is where we are now. The red is the record low year. The blue is the record high year. And the brown is our average trend line. And you can see we have definitely had a little jump recently. Same thing, but for Keene, New Hampshire, where we were trending along pretty nicely with average, but things have changed. And in places even like Worcester, you can see where there's definitely been a small jump. There's a great database out there you can access. It's a government database by NOAA and all these stuff like that. So if you like this, make sure we fund this organization. It's called the MRMS database, the Multi-Radar Multi-Sensor Database. This is a really great, unique one because it's very dense. And so it gives you data in a very short period of time, very granular data. And what it does is it looks at the radar data to determine how much has fallen, but it calibrates it to reliable and trustworthy weather stations on the ground. So it is hella accurate. And this is what the MRMS database shows as the amount of rain that it has fallen. Just for scale, that yellow is over 4 inches, and we're starting to get to 5 and 6 inches when we hit that brown. So it has rained substantially, very large area of this yellow seen over 4 inches, with spots of brown here in southern New Hampshire as well, where we are looking at easily 5 and 6 inches of rain that have fallen in just a week. That's like you're averaging just under an inch a day in some of these places, and that is wild. So how long is it gonna last? The low pressure that we have in place now is actually going to be moving very slowly here through Friday, through Saturday for the weekend, and isn't going to really move out until Sunday. After that, on Sunday, high pressure starts to move in. Remember, it rotates clockwise around there. So temperatures are going to be a little bit cool, but it should allow them to be dry at first. Now, as this high slowly migrates its way south and east, now we're going to start seeing southwesterly flow, and this is going to allow things to really warm up next week. The good news is things look dry Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here. There's just enough down to the south that I think it's questionable to see what happens, and it's far enough away to where there's nothing certain there. But we do have a couple days of dryness coming before we're going to have something move through maybe at the later half of next week. National Weather Service forecast discussion says slow moving low pressure brings widespread rainfall today through Saturday. Rainfall could be heavy at times. Ground's already saturated, can't absorb much more. Minor flooding threat could develop. Rainfall is going to push into rivers, and things are going to be near flood stage. We'll talk about that next. Could result in minor flood threat through the weekend. Warmer and drier conditions return with high pressure for Sunday and early next week. And if you want to see where waters are cresting their boundaries, go to water.weather.gov, NOAA, meaning you can actually take a look and see what rivers are currently in flood stage and where they are forecast to be. The little circles are what the current flood stage is, and the warmer the color, the worse it is. And the the squares are what the forecast flood stage is. The end of the forecast discussion talks about what's going to be happening long term, saying Wednesday and Thursday, there's good agreement in bringing an upper trough toward the East Coast, but the differences are where. There's support for the ridge holding strong over New England, which could keep the trough to the south, which would prolong the dry and warm weather. On the other hand, there's some support that it may come in, but the good news is they're looking at the guidance Tuesday, Wednesday's probably temperatures in the 70s, with more likely across the interior, maybe low 80s possible, except for coastal areas where they'll have a sea breeze. So a break is coming, but I can't promise you that it's going to be very long. And yes, we are also going to talk about the extended summer forecast. It's coming soon. I swear, I just need some downtime, and that seems to be impossible right now.